We'll get one of them later, I'm sure. Welcome to Salford Crescent, beautiful day. I don't think it'll last, but you've heard of stations like Birmingham New Street, Nottingham, Harrogate. But have you ever heard of three stations called Hoscar, New Lane and Bescar Lane? Well, today you will. Shall we go? So welcome to the very first visiting a Piddly station, and this is a Piddly station. This is Bescar Lane. This is on the Wigan to Southport line, and this is a station that I stop at regularly, and it's Piddly. It is really Piddly. It's so Piddly that it's the only station that on my route card we're allowed to pass the platform to stop if we have four carriages, because the platforms are too short because of the level crossing. Because of four carriages, we have to go past the end of the platform to clear the crossing. But this is Bescar Lane. We're now currently on the Southport side. It's a staggered station, which tends to be a regular occurrence here on the Southport line, with the platform, which is the Wigan end, which will be down there soon. The other side of the crossing. But yeah, this is Bescar Lane. Unfortunately, I think the good weather is coming to an end. The wind's picked up. I don't know if you can hear me well. I hope you can. But I'm pretty sure we'll be seeing Broadley action before the end of the day is out. Just walking now down to the road, and there we are. This is the good old British Rail logo and the Lancashire County Council logo on Bescar Lane. So here I am now on my camera phone. Hope it's a bit better quality. Sorry about the wind and whatnot. This is my first vlog, as you were. So what we're doing today is we're visiting three of the Southport line's smaller stations. So this is Bescar Lane, New Lane and Hoscar. And we have about 50 minutes here, and then we're going to go back to Hoscar, go about 20 minutes there, have a quick look round. I need to get to the other side before the barriers come down, which you'll see. And then we'll go to New Lane, which is between here and Bescar Bridge, and then I can walk back to Bescar Bridge. So this is the Wigan platform, and here's the timetable. It has a train roughly every 2 hours each way to Southport and through from here to Wigan and on to Manchester, either Staley Bridge or Manchester Oxford Road. It has started to rain, annoyingly. Has to be on my day off, doesn't it? And this is the up platform here at Bescar Lane. Oh, it's a pull, not a push. I mean push, not a pull. And here we have the shelter and also a very handy timetable. And that basically is it. Bescar Lane. That is one thing I love to see. Old regional railway branding. Beautiful. So, not a lot going on here, but they have a post office every Thursday between 9:30 and 1:30 here at the Methodist Church. Have a quick look while we're here. We've got an hour. Lovely little church. There you go. So if you want to post your letters to Bescar Lane, go on a Thursday. So if you want to do a bit of onward travel, no buses, but there are taxis. Why am I doing this series though? Because, you know, why do people want to see piddly little stations? Well, this might be a small station, but it's a station that serves its community. Even though Bescar itself is about a mile and a half back to that direction, and this station is named after a road, it's still an important travel hub to many people who commute to Wigan. There's a lot of people that commute to Southport in the morning. I do stop on these stations out of Manchester Victoria. There's a train about 6:30, 7 o'clock that call at these stations, and you do pick a few people up. So even though it's getting 2,500 passengers a year, this station, it's just as important as your Waterloo or your Euston or your Piccadilly or your Victoria. So that's why I thought I'd come out here, show you these stations. They're tiny, they're in the middle of nowhere, they're piddly, but they are just as important as any other station in the UK. So I do hope you do enjoy this series. It gets me out of the house. The weather's about to turn, but I mean, it's worth a go. It's just to show you what these stations mean to the communities they serve. Anyway, next up, Hoscar. Welcome to a very bleak Hoscar. This is in the middle of nowhere. Only got about 20 minutes here. Hopefully the wind has picked up big time. There goes the 769 heading to Staley Bridge. Unbelievable to think they were operating through London many years ago, now stopping at Hoscar. Anyway, this is the Wigan bound platform. One way to describe it is bleak. So let's go and look onward travel information. No bus. There are taxis. Now we're on the Southport bound platform. We've only got about 15 minutes here at Hoscar. But as you can see, not a lot going on here. This is probably very, very sparse compared to, say, Bescar Lane, and where we're going now is New Lane. But one thing Hoscar has got is a really, really long platform. The days where Southport had club trains out of Manchester Victoria with locomotives and coaching stock on, and this was the reason why. But it is the quietest, least used station in Lancashire. Last year saw 1,024 people use this station. Again, just like Bescar Lane where we've just been, and also New Lane where we're going now, you see why. It is desolate, in the middle of nowhere, but it serves a purpose. Remember, that's the whole point of visiting these piddly stations, to remember that this station might only serve 1,024 people in the last calendar year, but it does serve its purpose. Hoscar. On a clear day, you can see the Pennines up towards the lakes. It's not a clear day, is it? Ugh. So yeah, just waiting in this normal bus shelter, just like Bescar Lane, just like New Lane. Hoscar gets a train every 2 hours each way to Southport, or like I say, to Staley Bridge mostly, and that's basically Hoscar. There you go. Piddly. So welcome to New Lane. This is the southbound bound platform, just got off the 156 Ziz, and we're on bound to Southport. And even though this platform's a bit bleak, that one isn't. The old station house still here to this day, not used. But hopefully we can go there. Just got a couple of workers over there at the moment, so I don't want to disturb them. But yeah, this is New Lane. Pretty, eh? So I thought, just shelter, the rain has started to fall a bit heavier now, so they started shelter on this side of the platform before hopefully we can go to the other side. But New Lane, it's, you want to call it really, it's a suburb of Bescar Bridge, which is not a suburb. But out of all three stations, this is the middle used station. 1,814 passengers used the station, 21-22, so not as much as Bescar Lane, but definitely more than Hoscar. Yeah, I think you've guessed it now. Onward travel information. No buses, and you book ahead taxis. So behind me is the old station house, and it's still here. Residential, of course, these days, but a very pretty, quaint feature of this Piddly station. New Lane, everyone. I'm just on my camera phone because my other camera doesn't like this rain that has unfortunately stopped play prematurely, but we did get to do all three Piddly stations that I'd planned to do today. And didn't get the best of luck on New Lane because of workers working on the Wigan side of the platform. But I do hope you enjoyed this brief, quick, unprofessional, not slick first episode of visiting Piddly Station. The Southport line is a line that I drive and have guarded in the past for nearly 14 years, and these three stations we just call there, and maybe you get someone coming on or off. Most of the time you don't get anyone, but it's worth having a look at what these stations bring to their local area, to the community. Like Bescar Lane, it was more of a notice board station, and all three stations are well looked after. Probably New Lane and Bescar Lane the best out of all three. Hoscar's a bit bleak and a bit isolated out there. But as the rain starts to really fall out the sky here on a field of wheat, not the naughtiest thing I've ever done is run through that, like Theresa May. But I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you soon for episode 2 of visiting Piddly Stations. Ta-da!